Pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May Triple Gem bless you all. And nice to meet you again this week as well. Today I would like to give Dhamma talk about Anapanasati Bhavana actually here. Anapanasati Bhavana, the mindfulness of breathing meditation. This mindfulness of breathing meditation or the Anapanasati Bhavana, we have in Tipitaka, or whole Tipitaka we have. For example, let's say starting from the Digha Nikaya, you have Digha Nikaya Anapanasati, Maha Satipatthana Sutta, Digha Nikaya. And then when we come into the Majjhima Nikaya, you have again Satipatthana Sutta and Anapanasati Sutta. And again Anguttara Sanyutta Nikaya, you have Anapanasati Sanyutta. That means the series of Anapanasati discourse given by the Buddha. And again, you have Anguttara Nikaya, Girimananda Sutta. That's also you have Anapanasati meditation. And when you come into the Khuddaka Nikaya, you have again Patisambhida Magga, a book that is given by all the Dhamma talk are given by Sariputta Maha Arahant. So, and then when we in Abhidhamma also we have Anapanasati meditation, Anapanasati Bhavana, and even not only that, you have Vinaya Pitaka Mahavagga also you have Anapanasati meditation. So we found all Tipitaka Anapanasati meditation. Why? This is pretty important. So that's the reason. Actually here, before I discuss very deep detail, let me explain what's the word by word meaning of the what is Anapanasati Bhavana. So Ana and Apana, Ana plus Apana, combining Ana and Apana is made Anapan. So Ana mean the in-breath or the inspiration, Apana mean the expiration or the out-breath. And Sati, Anapana, and then Sati. Sati is the mindfulness. Here, this mindfulness is one type of mental factor which arises with the mind of the meditator, or not only meditator. If you do any kusala thing, use this Sati Chetasika or Sati mental factor arise with the mind. You know this thing because I did this thing in Abhidhamma. And again, this Anapanasati, Sati means the mindfulness. So this mindfulness or the Sati remembers the object again and again. And then you have Anapanasati Bhavana. So what is Bhavana? Bhavana has many definitions, but I would like to introduce you here. We have Sabbasava Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya. Commentary to the Sabbasava Sutta, it says in this way. This is very interesting. Others are also very interesting, but I would like to introduce to you. This is the explanation there. Chaturoga nittaranattikehi katabbato kammang bhavana. So let's say, what's the meaning? Chaturoga nittaranattikehi. Chatu oga become chaturoga. Chatu means four. Oga means you have the floods. These floods is not usual flood, huge floods, dangerous floods, or great flood. So ogre is the flood. So for ogre, what is for ogre? You have Kama ogre, Bhava ogre, Ditti ogre, and Avijja ogre. So Kama ogre, in the Kama world, you have all the great floods in sensual plane. And Bhava Oga means the plane of existence. floods in plane of existence. And you have Ditthi Yoga, that's the wrong view. And again, Avijja Yoga, that means the great flood in delusion, or we can say ignorance. So in this way, for this is the ogre, or the, we can say this is the great floods or dangerous floods. So uh, now in this explanation, according to this explanation, it says Chaturoga Nittara Natikehi Katabbato Kammang Bhavana. So Chaturoga Nittara Natikehi means by the beings who wants to cross over the four great floods. Then if you want to cross over the four great floods, you need to perform against them. So therefore, in this definition, Chaturoga Nittara Natikehi, who are the beings here? Beings are the celestial beings, Deva and Brahma, and human being. So, for the four powerful states, they cannot they cannot cross over, or they cannot transcend these four great floods. So, you are meditating to cross over the four great floods, and Chaturoga Nittara Natikehi Katabbado Kammang Bhavana. Katabbado Kammang. Kammang is the performance or the function. Katabbado Kammang is performance should be done to cross over the four great floods is the Bhavana. So this is very important to meditate. That's why I choose this definition. And again, when we go in this meditation, not only this meditation, if we come across with any meditation, you have 40 meditation subject and 40 meditation object, and this is for the tranquility of the mind. And again, you have vipassana meditation or the insight meditation, that is also you have object. So all meditation you have object, not only object in meditation, day-to-day life also you have objects. So what is the object? Object is the main responsible thing to arise mind. So keep in mind, this is very important in this Dhamma. So you have six object basically. So what are the six? You have rupa objects or the forms, and saddha object, there's the sound, and you have gandha object, rasa object, and pottabha object or the tangible object, and you have dhamma object. Dhamma object mean you have three worlds. So what are they? Kama world, rupa worlds, and arupa worlds. So all three worlds you have object. So these object are Dhamma object. So these Dhamma object also sometimes we can divide into in this way. This is conditioned object. For example, your nama and rupa, everything you see by your five sense doors and in the mind also, all are conditioned objects. And again, you have concept object. What are they? When you produce in this meditation, anapanasati meditation, if you see the nimittas, there are three nimittas: parikama nimitta, uggaha nimitta, and patibhaga nimitta. Those are the concepts, or panyati. Buddha called panyati. And whenever you produce kasina meditation, that also you have nimitta. So those are mind-made. So therefore, Buddha says this is the concept or the panyati. So those are also object. So again, we have another great object, that is what is called nibbana, or the unconditioned element. This is the that is the all are conditioned. Other all are conditioned. This is unconditioned. So we have several objects. Basically, we classified into six, but we have several objects, uncountable objects. So therefore, object also you need to know in this meditation, in breath, out breath, and the touch point is the object. And another term is the kammatthana. Kammatthana means, kammatthana. What is the meaning of kammatthana? the learning of the meditation subject and taking the meditation object from the teacher or by the book and practice accordingly. This is the kammatthana. So you need to know every words, the meaning of every words, and then let's go to the anapanasati meditation, anapanasati sutta. Anapanasati, actually, I choose the Mahavagga in Digha Nikaya. So it says, you zoom and see, Katancha Anapan Kayanupasana Anapana Pabbang. Pabbang means the section, Anapana section. So Katancha Pana Bhikkhave Bhikkhu Kaya Kayanupasi Viharati. Bhikkhave monk, Katancha Pana Bhikkhu, how Katancha Pana Bhikkhu Viharati. How does the Bhikkhu abides Kaya Kayanupasi? By practicing the ultimate object in the body as by practicing as anicca dukkha anatta. So this is the meaning. So because this is Mahasatipatthana Sutta, so therefore Buddha emphasized the what is called the vipassana, right? So therefore Buddha say in this way. But here again he says about the anapana meditation. Because why? This asasa passasa kaya. Because Buddha say for the in breath, out breath, asasa passasa. So this is Buddha says kaya because there is a group. So therefore this anapana in breath, out breath body is belong to the kaya anupassana. So in therefore Buddha here classified anapana sati meditation also. So then let's go. Idha bhikkhave bhikkhu aranya gatva rukkamula gatva sunyagara gatva nisidati pallankang abhujitva ujum kayang panidhaya parimukan sating upattapetva. Okay, what is the meaning? You know this thing. Either mean in this sasana, bhikkhave in this sasana, bhikkhave the monk in this sasana, bhikkhu he has gone to the forest or the base of the tree or the empty place where you have least noise or not noise at all. Nisidati pallankang abhujitva, then he sat in cross leg. Ujung kayang panidhaya parimukang. Ujung kayang mean he straight his body trunk, and panidhaya parimukang sating upatta peta. Parimukang sating upatta peta mean establish his mindfulness towards the object. And what is the object? Buddha says in this way, so satova asasati, satova pasasati. So satova asasati. Then he mindfully breathe in. So satova asasati. And satova pasasati. He mindfully breathes out. This is the object. This is the object. So whenever if Buddha say in this way the object, so satova sasati, satova pasati, he mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathes out. That means you never need to make your breath deliberately. As a concept, you must follow as a concept only. So again Buddha says, digang va asasanto, digang asasamiti pajanati, digang va pasasanto, digang pasasamiti pajanati. So digang va asasanto, breathing in long, he knows thus, I am breathing in long, and thus he trains. Digang va pasasanto, digang pasasamiti pajanati. Breathing in short, he knows that I am breathing in short, and thus he trains. What is the meaning here? This is the first step of anapanasati meditation. Buddha has given the object first, and then this is the meditation subject. Meditation subject, within the subject you have meditation object. So this is the first step, and again I want to tell, while practicing in this meditation, Buddha first of all Buddha has given the object, and then over the 4 steps he leads his Dhamma talk over the 4 steps. The first step is the long breath. So whenever you have long breath, you want to focus your long breath with the full mindfulness towards the object. Object is now your object is long breath. If you have, whenever you have long breath, you need to follow long breath with the full mindfulness. And that means both in breath and out breath. And then sometimes when you meditate in this way, if you have long breath only, maybe sometimes your whole sitting maybe long breath only, no short breath. So therefore you need to follow long breath only. Then sometimes you may have short breath also. I mean, for time to time it differ. Time to time in not like a long breath and then short breath, long breath and short breath, not in that way. For example, sometimes you have half an hour long breath and then thereafter short breath, it changes into the short breath. Anyway, the first step is you follow whenever you have long breath, you want to follow your long breath with full mindfulness towards the object. So in this situation, sometimes whenever you practice, if you can maintain your mindfulness towards the object peacefully and comfortably for at least 1 hour, then nimitta appears in front of you, usually close to the object, close to the touch point. Actually, before I want to tell this thing, whenever you follow your in breath, out breath, and then you need to know and you need to experience the touch point. This touch point sometimes in your upper lip, or sometimes in your inside of the nostril, or around the nostril, one place around the nostril. So you need to follow the in breath, out breath, and touch point in the long breath. So whenever you can maintain your mindfulness toward this object peacefully and comfortably at least 1 hour, then you in front of you, close to the touch point, you may have, or your mind sees the parikamma nimitta, or the preliminary sign. That is the sign of concentration. I will explain this thing in after explaining the 4 steps. And then rasangva assa santo rasang assasamiti pajanati, rasangva passa santo rasang passasamiti pajanati. What is the meaning? Breathing in short, he knows that I am breathing in short, and he practice. And breathing out short, he knows that I am breathing out short, and thus he practice. So what is how you want to practice? Actually, whenever you have short breath, this is your second step. Whenever you have long breath, this is your first step. So whenever you have short breath, this is the second step. This is the meaning. And short breath means, before short breath we discuss about the long breath. Long breath means the time is long. In breath and out breath, time is long. From the beginning up to the end, the time is long, and from the beginning up to the end of even in the in breath or out breath, time is long. And the short breath mean the time, in breath time is short and out breath time is short. That's the short. Therefore, your breath is short. In this way, you want to understand this thing. And whenever you can understand your breath is very short, and you can maintain your mindfulness towards this object for at least 1 hour peacefully and comfortably, and then you can see your nimitta in front of you. This is the parikamma nimitta. In front of you mean in the nostril. So sometimes you have usually your one nostril is active. Active mean one nostril is functioning, and the other nostril you don't have the air coming out and coming in. So this is whenever you have functional nostril, that means your active nostril only. You need to follow the active nostril here, and in the active nostril you can see your nimitta or the preliminary sign in front of you, close to the touch point. And then sometimes you practice for 1 hour comfortably and peacefully, but you don't see the nimitta in this second step. And then Buddha uh, give advice you to, or Buddha instructing you to go to the third step. And what is the third step? Sabbakaya patisangvedi asasi samiti sikkati, sabbakaya patisangvedi passasi samiti sikkati. What is the meaning? Sabbakaya patisangvedi. Sabbakaya mean here whole breath body. So experiencing the whole breath body, he knows that I am experiencing the whole breath body, and his sikkati mean does he practice this meditation. And sabbakaya patisangvedi passasi samiti sikkati. Experiencing the whole breath body, he knows that I am experiencing whole breath body, and thus he trains. What is the meaning here? When you don't see the nimitta in the long breath or short breath, and then you need to follow the whole breath body. How to follow the whole breath body? From the beginning up to the end. You have touch point in your active nostril, and from the beginning up to the end in the touch point only. In the touch point only, you maintain your mindfulness there from the beginning up to the end of the breath body. And in breath also in this way, when the breath comes out, then from the beginning up to the end you need to follow the breath. So this is the meaning. So whenever you can find out this whole breath body, and if you can meditate peacefully and comfortably with the powerful and sharp mindfulness towards the object, and even at least 1 hour, then the nimitta appears in front of you. If nimitta appears, it's good. But if nimitta not appears, then Buddha instruct you to go to the fourth step. Let's see the fourth step here. Passambhayang kaya sankharang asasi samiti sikkati. Passambhayang kaya sankharang passasi samiti sikkati. So what's the meaning? Experiencing the calming of breath body or the tranquilizing of the breath body, I shall breathe in, and thus he trains. Again, passambayang kaya sankaram passasi samiti sikkati. Experiencing the calming or the tranquilizing breath body, he knows that I am experiencing calm breath body, and thus he trains. What's the how in the fourth step, how you want to practice? When now in the third step, you can follow the whole breath body. Now in this step, this whole breath body become tranquilized. So whenever you meditate in this way, if the whole breath body become tranquilized while breath coming in and while breath coming out, then you need to maintain your mindfulness, or you need to focus this is the object now. You need to focus the object peacefully and comfortably for a long time. If you can maintain your mindfulness peacefully and comfortably, you can see the nimitta. Most of the meditators in this stage, you can see the nimitta. But sometimes when you practice in this way, sometimes you cannot understand or you cannot experience your breath. Breath becomes so subtle, and you cannot understand where is breath. In breath also you cannot understand, out breath also you cannot understand. So your breath become very subtle, and sometimes most of the meditator become excited in this situation. But you don't need to excite or nervous, or you don't need to make your mind restless here. Actually, what happened to you, your mindfulness is not so sharp to see the breath or sharp to understand the breath. That's the reason. But indeed, in fact, you are breathing here, but your mindfulness is not sharp. So in what you want to do is you keep your mind the place where immediately before you have breath or the touch point, immediately before you have breath or the touch point, you keep your mind there, and over the time, whenever your mind sati or the mindfulness become very sharp again, and then you can understand again the subtle breath. So if for example, sometimes to the meditator, if they follow the third step, for example, whole breath body, he follow the whole breath body, but not become subtle, or not become pasambayam, or not become tranquilized. So then Buddha given advice to them to determine, may this breath become subtle. Like you want to make this determination here, then breath becomes subtle. Because of the power of the determination, your breath becomes subtle here. So anyway, again Buddha says in this way, whenever you have experienced your breath is not there, and now you don't have object, and you become panic here, or you become excited here. So don't be excited or panic here. So again Buddha says in seven situation you have no breath. What are they? For example, a dead body, you don't have breath. And fetus in the mother's womb, you don't have breath. And again, unconsciousness person, no breath. And drowned, a person sink in the water, or drowned person. Again, drowned also, no breath at all. And then Brahma, Rupa or Arupa Brahma also they have no breath. And if you enter into the fourth jhana or higher jhana, for example, Arupa jhana, even higher jhana or fourth jhana, you don't have breath. And again, if the Arya people, especially Anagami and Arahant, Arya, if they enter into the Nirodha Samapatti or the cessation attainment, you cannot find the breath there. So therefore, 7 station you have no breath, but this situation you are breathing. So therefore, don't be worried. You think about you are not belonging to such type of 7 station or stages here. So therefore, you keep your mind calm at this point. So anyway, whenever you see even you can see the while practicing the long breath or short breath, or the whole breath body, or the tranquilizing of breath body. This is the 4 steps. While practicing in this way, if you see the nimitta actually, if you see the parikamma nimitta in any one of this stage, actually the rest of the world is like piece of cake. So therefore, seeing the parikamma nimitta is very, very important. This is the smoky, like. So I need to explain here. This parikamma nimitta is very subtle. Parikamma nimitta is very subtle, or the preliminary sign. Whenever you see in all 4 stages, you can see the parikamma nimitta. if you see the parikamma nimitta, usually parikamma nimitta is smoky color. Smoky is not so condensed, it's very subtle. So then you can see the nimitta actually, you don't consider the shape and size and the thing, you just complexion only, you see the complexion only. So this is not condensed, it is very subtle thing, like so the go to the other picture also. The last one. So see this one, the color is like ash color, and you may see any you may not see like a big one. So the size and shape and the color, you don't need to see, don't need to consider. Here you actually, what you want to take is the complexion only. So sometimes parikamma nimitta you can see in this way. So this is very subtle. So you arouse your mindfulness, and with the mindfulness your what is called the wisdom faculty also comes, and wisdom faculty sees this. So this is this like this you can see the parikamma nimitta. Not only like this, anything like not very condensed, very subtle thing you can see in this way parikamma nimitta. So therefore to see the parikamma nimitta is very important in this step. And whenever you see the parikamma nimitta, you don't rush your mind to see the parikamma nimitta or the preliminary sign. Preliminary sign means this is the sign of the concentration. So whenever you see the parikamma nimitta, anyway you don't focus parikamma nimitta at once, and you keep your mindfulness towards the object of original object. What is your original object? In breath, out breath, and touch point. And over the time, whenever you meditate in this way, peacefully and comfortably, and you can understand over the time, there comes a time that you can understand that this preliminary sign and your breath become unified. So what is the meaning of that? That means you can see, you can understand your breath is also nimitta is also breath. Or in this way also, your in-breath is coming from the nimitta and out-breath is going to the nimitta, like. And sometimes you can understand your nostril is within the nimitta, or you cannot understand the nostril, or your touch point is within the nimitta, like. For any situation that you understand, like unification of the in breath and the nimitta, that's very important. Why? Then you can understand this is the parikamma nimitta. No any doubt, this is the parikamma nimitta, like you can understand. So then therefore the unification is very important. And then whenever you can see this nimitta and the unification, understanding the unification, at that time your mind automatically goes and touch this nimitta, and your mind release or left behind your original breath, and then your mind attached to that or stick to that nimitta. So that is also very important. So please wait for the automatically it goes and touch, and you don't need to deliberately goes to the nimitta, it automatically goes. So therefore whenever you focus, then what happened to your original object? You left your original object and then you focus this object. This is actually the concept. Your mind made this thing, and then mind made mean yeah, there's the concept, right? And then you focus the middle of this nimitta, and over the time with the peaceful and comfortably, if you can meditate peacefully and comfortably over the time, you can see this nimitta become white color, very white color, and not only that, it become very condensed. You see, this is the, maybe you can see the your nimitta as like this cloud, or you can see cotton wool like nimitta, and it become very, very condensed now. Again, whenever you focus this nimitta, and sometimes for the somebody, nimitta appears first, and then nimitta gives light. Nimitta also light, and nimitta also emit light. So uh, for somebody, nimitta appears first and light appears then, and for somebody, light appears first and nimitta appears then. So keep it in mind, all are important for you. And then when you maintain your mindfulness, uh, usually middle of this is the actually I want to say, this is the uggaha nimitta. Then it become it when the parikama nimitta become condensed, it is what is called uggaha nimitta. So this is the uggaha nimitta. Then in front of you, you can see this type of nimitta, or the sign. This is the Uggah Nimitta, or the learning sign. So this learning sign, like a cotton wool or cloud, like you can see. And then whenever you focus your nimitta on the middle, you can see your nimitta become bright and brilliant and radiant. So all the luminous. So for example, you see the top of the pagoda here, you can see such type of light. Yeah, such a type of light. Sometimes you can see nimitta in this way, your nimitta in this way. Oh, go nimitta. This is the gem, right? This is one type of gem. Or sometimes this is actually, um, sometimes your nimitta is under the water, under the water. So you can see, uh, you focus this and zoom under the water. You can see the what is called, this is also under the water. I mean, yeah, here, uh, here, you see the underwater. Uh, yeah, such type of thing. Under the water, you will have light thing like that, right? You can see nimitta in this way also. For some meditator, they see in this way, right? Yes, that's the thing. Okay, and now sometimes you can see your nimitta in this way, like a lotus. Again, yeah, go another. So you can see your nimitta like a water, or this is the moon-like thing, bright nimitta, and this is the patibhaga nimitta. This type of, oh, this is the cobweb, no? So then sometimes your nimitta is this way. This is, we can say, when such type of nimitta, if you see the cobweb like, this is the uggaha nimitta. When it become bright, that is the patibhaga nimitta. You can understand, you want to understand in this way. Okay, then go to the another thing. Yeah, this is the sometimes this is the patibhaga nimitta. This may be the patibhaga nimitta. You can see the down also, below also, this may be uggaha nimitta, right? Below also you can see some this we can say this is the patibhaga nimitta. It is bright, no? So therefore it is a patibhaga nimitta. And then go to the another. These are gem, no? These are not gem, maybe diamond. So this type of diamond like thing, you can have your nimitta. And then go to the another. This also black diamond. So somebody sees the nimitta like black diamond. This is the also white diamond. Sometimes you can see this nimitta bright. You take the brightness only, right? Don't consider the size, shape, and the color. You take the brightness. Okay, consider the brightness, and then you can see nimitta in this way, right? And you can see nimitta in this way also. Okay, and you can see nimitta. This also a gem like. This is also such sometimes you can see nimitta in this way. This way also possible, and this way also possible. So see the complexion, and sometimes like ruby, red gem. This type of nimitta also possible. Not only white, right? This type of nimitta also possible. This type of nimitta also possible. This is the black diamond. Black diamond. This is the pearl. Pearl. Pearl like nimitta also possible. Okay. Such type of nimitta. Such type of nimitta. That's the also yeah, this is the ruby, like we can say ruby. Okay. Go. This is the moon. Moon like bright moon or bright sun also. You can see bright sun also, like your Patibhaga Nimitta, bright sun like. And then uh, this is the moon, and the other one is the morning star. Sometimes you focus this, and you can see, focus this, and you take the brightness. You take the brightness of morning star. So this type of brightness you can see whenever you see the nimitta, Patibhaga Nimitta. Okay, maybe finish. One thing. Pearl, pearl like. Those are pearl like nimitta. Such type of nimitta, how this nimitta appears to you, because your mind has perception, sanya. Whenever you breathe, you focus your in breath, out breath, and touch point. When your mindfulness goes sharp and powerful, and your concentration goes up, your sanya gives the nimitta in this way, nimitta in such and such a way, like sanya, or the perception gives according to the perception of you. You can have I mean, for the all, you don't have same nimitta. So for a different people, you have different nimittas. I actually choose according to the Atakatha. They what Atakatha says, according to that I explain to you. Not only that, sometimes your nimitta may be very gross, very rough nimitta. So like cotton, the plant of cotton, or sometimes sharpen wood like nimitta. Also sometimes drawn out cotton, or sometimes you can see drawn out rope, right? And sometimes you can see your nimitta like in the string of flower, the wreath of flower, or the smoke, puff of smoke, or film of mist, stretch out spider web we saw, and lotus we saw. Sometimes chariot wheel of the chariot, or sometimes you can see light under the water, or sometimes you see shadow of the huge tree. This also mentioned in Visuddhimagga. Somebody I have come across with one meditator. He told his nimitta is like a shadow, right? And sometimes waterfall, right? Okay, this is also mentioned about the nimitta. You see, some meditators, it appears like long rope or string. Both Uggaha Patibhaga Nimitta. Uggaha Nimitta mean it is not bright, and Patibhaga Nimitta is the bright thing. You want to understand in this way: breath of flower, puff of smoke, film of mist, stretch out spider web, like that. your nimitta can be lotus, chariot of wheel, moon, sun, light underwater, and shadow of the huge tree or waterfall. So in this way, you can see the nimitta. We discussed the other thing. So why you know now why this nimitta has become different size, different color, different shape. So therefore, Buddha says, don't uh, consider the nimitta size, shape, and color. Uh, it is not very important to see the size, shape, and color. And then whenever you can focus your patibhaga nimitta, usually you want to focus middle of the patibhaga nimitta, and whenever your mindfulness goes deeper and deeper, your concentration goes deeper and deeper. When you reach to this patibhaga nimitta, this is the upachara concentration. This is the upachara concentration. When you reach to the uggaha nimitta, that is not the upachara concentration, that is preliminary concentration. Or even in you, whenever you see the parikamma nimitta, also preliminary concentration. So you reach only the, whenever you see the patibhaga nimitta only, you can reach up to the access concentration or the upachara samadhi. So on this upachara samadhi, your all five hindrances are come down, or all five hindrances overcome here. Why overcome here? Because your meditation mind, your meditation mind now arise with the other 33 chetasika, all the mental factors. Other 33 mental factors plus mind, object, hold the object, and again it vanish, and again it arises and hold the object and vanish, and like that every time the mind and the mental factors arise and fall down, or arise and disappear, we are taking the object. And because of this reason, now you have your mind and the mental factors, 33 mental factors. Out of 33, five factors are more important and more prominent here. What are they? Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. Now I am not explaining this thing, because in Abhidhamma I explained this thing. And Vitakka means the initial application or lifting first towards the mind. Lifting minds towards the object, first lifting, or we can say directing first minds towards the object. This is the vitakka or initial application. And the vichara is the sustained application towards the object. Piti is the joy towards the object, joy because of the object. And sukha is the sukha vedana chetasika here. Vedana mean it experiencing the object, it experience object with the happy mind, happiness. With the happiness, it experience the object. You can see while practicing meditation. And then you have ekaggata, or the one pointedness. That is the other mental factor. Those mental factors. So because those mental factors can suppress your five hindrances. For example, tina midda, vitakka. Whenever your vitakka develop up to its maximum level, it reduces the tina midda, or it overcomes tina midda. Tina midda means, the sloth and torpor. It overcomes the sloth and torpor. And again, vichara overcome the vichikicha, and piti overcome hatred, and sukha overcome the uddacha and kukucha, and you have again kama chanda as a nivarana, one pointedness overcome the kama chanda. So this is the because of this reason, whenever you can focus your patibhaga nimitta, all five hindrances comes down or overcome. So you don't have 5 hindrances here whenever you focus Patibhaga Nimitta. And now your 5 mental factors as jhana factors, they also grow at its maximum level, or we can say in mature level. Jhana factors, all jhana factors become mature. Now this is the time, in this time you have upachara concentration. Your concentration is upachara concentration. You have huge light in front of you and as well as around you. Actually, not only this situation, whenever you see parikamma nimitta also, you have around the light and in front of you have parikamma nimitta, and around you also you have light. But don't try to see them, because why? Then your mindfulness become drop. So don't try to see, but you can see. And then whenever you see the Ugga Nimitta, there also you have light in front of you and around. So, but don't try to see them. You automatically you can see. Therefore, don't focus your mind around the body. So then of course what happened? Your mindfulness become drop. And if you can meditate with the sharp and powerful mindfulness, and your concentration will grow up in the upachara concentration or the access concentration while seeing the patibhaga nimitta, and then this is the time you enter into jhana. This is the time you enter into jhana. That means how you can understand I enter into jhana. You can understand in the upachara concentration, how concentration you experience in the upachara concentration. Whenever you enter into jhana, you can understand thousand multiplied concentration you experience. That means your upachara concentration, than your upachara concentration, jhana concentration is more powerful, more deep and more powerful. So in this way, you can understand, I get absorbed. Like this is the absorption concentration or the jhana concentration. That means whenever you see your patibhaga nimitta, you automatically enter into jhana concentration also. That means whenever you see your patibhaga nimitta, either your concentration, either access concentration or jhana concentration. So keep it in mind, this is very important. And but here you wanna know other thing also. When you focus this patibhaga nimitta, I told your jhana factors are maximum. Jhana factor develop its maximum level and it gets mature, and your 5 hindrances are now overcome. And not only that, you 5 pancha bala, you grow your pancha bala. What is pancha bala? Saddha, sati, virya, samadhi, panya. Saddha means your faith to the triple gem, and sati your mindfulness, your virya effort, and samadhi is your ekaggata. Ekaggata chetasika becomes samadhi. Whenever your ekaggata chetasika, if you can maintain your ekaggata chetasika for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, or so on, then your ekaggata chetasika itself becomes samadhi. So your samadhi is increased here, then it acts as like a bala, 5 power. And then you have panya. Panya means your wisdom faculty or your wisdom. So why this is bala? These are unshakable now. Unshakable in by way of unshakable, they grow up whenever you see the patibhaga nimitta perfectly and peacefully, comfortably. Then all 5 bala grows in your mind. And not only that, your 5 faculties, pancha indriya, also growing. Pancha indriya means saddha, sati, virya, samadhi, panya. But same 5, but functionally they are different. That means they are the faculties. They overwhelm the others. So how this overwhelm comes? Only maintaining sati or the mindfulness. Only maintaining, if you can maintain your mindfulness peacefully and comfortably, and then all 5 bala, all 5 indriya, or the 5 faculties, they grow. They grow up to its maximum level to enter into jhana. Not only that, your five sapta bojjanga also grow here. What is the sapta bojjanga? Sati sambojjanga, Dhammavichaya sambojjanga, and Piti Pasadi sambojjanga, two sambojjanga, and Samadhi sambojjanga, Upekka sambojjanga. So you have five bala, five indriya, and seven bojjanga. So 17 factors. 17 factors you growing in your mind. Not only that, 17, and you have 5 jhana factors also. So all together, and overcoming the 5 hindrances, then only you can enter into jhana. Otherwise, you cannot enter into jhana. All five bala, 5 indriya, and sapta bojjanga, and your 5 jhana factors, and overcoming the 5 hindrances. So whenever you can meditate in this way, all these are automatically developed if you maintain your mindfulness towards the object perfectly. Okay, now whenever you enter into the first jhana, so first jhana, then you have, what is the first jhana? Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata. So Buddha calls first jhana, this is the first jhana. First jhana addressed Buddha as Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata, mind with the Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata. So this is the first jhana. So whenever you see Patibhaga Nimitta, and then all Panchabala, Panchindriya, Sattabojjanga, and they are growing, and these 5 jhana factors are growing, and you automatically enter into jhana concentration, absorption. That is what is called absorption. So in this absorption, again your object is Patibhaga Nimitta. Object is not change. Object is Patibhaga Nimitta while you are in the jhana also. So you focus your object continuously for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, so on, and then that is the jhana concentration. So in the jhana concentration, you usually all 5 doors are closed. All 5 doors are closed. You cannot hear even sound. So usually, and then this is the jhana concentration. Whenever you end, usually a meditator should practice this first jhana concentration for at least 3 days. 3 days, many sittings, and up to 3 hours at least. Up to 3 hours at least. And then only you can do the 5 mastery. What is the 5 mastery? Mastery means Vasi Bhava. 5 mastery are the Avajjana, Samapajjana, Adhitthana, Uttana, Paccavekkhana. What are they? How we can do the 5 mastery? Avajjana means adverting the jhana factor, and Samapajjana means entering into the jhana, and then Adhitthana is the determination of the time duration to enter into jhana, and Uttana means emerging from the jhana, and Paccavekkhana means again reviewing the jhana factors. So how you want to make this? You enter into first jhana for long time means for at least 3 hours, and then emerge from that first jhana. And then you focus your deep heart, because you focus your deep heart, and then you need to discern your bhavanga mind stage here. Because why? You enter into first jhana and you emerge from the first jhana. So whenever you emerge from the first jhana, bhavanga mind comes. Otherwise, your mentality becomes cease. So because whenever you enter into first jhana, your first jhana mind is going on. First jhana javan is going on. That means whenever you emerge from the first jhana, you don't have chittaviti in your heart. So therefore, your bhavanga mind comes to continuous the mentality. So therefore, you want to see your bhavanga mind after emerging from the first jhana. So how to see the bhavanga? Bhavanga is the brilliant or the luminous. Now your patibhaga nimitta also luminous and brilliant. So how to understand this? Bhavanga is more brilliant than the patibhaga nimitta. So therefore, you can understand bhavanga and the bhavanga mind. This is the mind and mind movement. So this mind movement arise, and as soon as it arises, it perish away, or it fall down, or disappear. But Patibhaga Nimitta is not in this way. Patibhaga Nimitta is the stable one. This Bhavanga, uh, usually Bhavanga arise, and as soon as it arises, it perish away. So then how you would see this? Actually, this now this Patibhaga Nimitta act as a mirror in front of you. Even not in only Patibhaga Nimitta, whenever you enter into jhana and emerging from the jhana, even though you don't have jhana mind, after emerging from the jhana, you have jhana light. You don't have jhana mind, but you have jhana light. So in front of you, you have a light. So through this light like a display. So through this light or the screen. So through this light, you focus your heart. You just focus your heart to see to discern your bhavanga. So then bhavanga appears on this light. That means in the patibhaga nimitta you can see your bhavanga mind. And how to see the bhavanga mind? Bhavanga mind is more brilliant than the patibhaga nimitta. So in this way you can understand your bhavanga mind. So and then thereafter you discern your jhana factor first. Jhana factor means how to discern jhana factor. As soon as you see the bhavanga mind, you with the intention to see the vitakka, and then you see the vitakka in the vitakka, how to act vitakka on the mind. Now see, now you see the bhavanga, and then bhavanga will break down, and then what happened? Your meditation mind is here now. You have seen the patibhaga nimitta, and your meditation mind is here. Now you can see on the light, you can see what happened in the heart. Can I understand this thing? You have your light in front of you, jhana light, and your mind, your bhavanga mind is in the heart, inside heart. Now you can see your bhavanga mind arising and perish away. So then you can see again your patibhaga nimitta touch the bhavanga mind. But bhavanga mind has another object. So bhavanga mind doesn't take this object, and then bhavanga mind falls, and it gives the rooms for the other your jhana, your meditation mind. So therefore you can understand the vitakka. Now vitakka is the initial application towards the object. So in you keep it in mind, vitakka is the initial application, and then you can see your mind, you can see your patibhaga nimitta in the middle, and to the patibhaga nimitta your mind lift your mind direct towards the patibhaga nimitta in all direction. This is the vitakka. So in that way you can understand the vitakka by the natural feature of the vitakka. And then if you satisfied to identify the vitakka or the light, but vitakka is in the heart, you can see this through the light, and then you have actually you develop the intention to see the vichara, and again you go into your jhana. You enter into jhana. How you enter into jhana? You focus your patibhaga nimitta, and automatically you enter into jhana and stay for a long time. And that means not only one sitting. So if you can see the vichara in the first sitting, and then the next day or the next sitting you can see the vichara. Otherwise you cannot understand, because you are novice for this situation. So therefore in the next sitting only you can understand the vichara. So in the next sitting, you again go to the first jhana and emerge from the first jhana and see the bhavanga in the deep heart. You focus your deep heart and see the bhavanga, and then you just see the vitakka, and thereafter you with the intention to see the vichara, you go, you identify the vichara, how act the vichara uh, sustain application on the object. So this can you can see this thing very clearly through the light. And then on the next sitting you can focus your piti chetasika or the piti jananga, how act piti on the object you can see. And again you can see sukha vedana or the sukha chetasika or the sukha jananga on the object, how it acts. And again ekaggata chetasika also you can see through the light whenever in the same way. This is how your 5 jhana factor you can understand. And then uh, you need after discerning the 5 jhana factor through the light, then only you can do the 5 mastery. So how to do the 5 mastery? Then you enter into first jhana. How to enter into first jhana? You go to the patibhaga nimitta. Up to patibhaga nimitta you produce. Now you can actually, if you produce up to first jhana, then you can, your patibhaga nimitta comes very quickly to you. And then you first go to the in breath, out breath and touch point, and then patibhaga nimitta appear very soon, and you focus patibhaga nimitta there, and then you enter into the first jhana, and you stay for a long time in first jhana. Yeah, I should say in this way, you focus your patibhaga nimitta, up to patibhaga nimitta, you focus your patibhaga nimitta, and then you determine, may I enter into first jhana for 1 hour and emerge from the first jhana in due time. In this way, you want to make a determination. Then what happened? You enter into first jhana, and if you focus your object, that is the patibhaga nimitta, if you focus your object, then you peacefully and comfortably and with a strong mindfulness, then over 1 hour, after 1 hour, without having disturbance, you can emerge from the jhana after 1 hour. So this is the first, and then you actually after 1 hour you can see again your heart base. Heart base mean you can see your bhavanga again, and then you see your jhana factor, 5 jhana factor. So actually you practice how to uh, discern the jhana factor before, and then now you can understand, you can see your 5 jhana factor at once. At once mean very quickly vitakka vichara piti sukha ekagrata like thing at once you can see. So the first, if you see first, this is the avajjana, and if you see the second time also jhana factor, this is the pachavekana. And whenever you enter into jhana, this is the samapachana, right? And whenever you make aditthana, whenever you make aditthana, this is the aditthana vasibhava. And over aditthana period, or you can determine time period, if you emerge from the jhana rightly, this is the Vuttana, or the emerging from the jhana. So whenever you enter into jhana by taking the aditthana, by determining, so your samapajjana, samapajjana, Vuttana and aditthana, 3 vasibhava finish. And then after actually for the avajjana mean adverting the jhana factor, and the pachavekkana mean the relieving the jhana factor. Usually for the novice meditator, the teachers advise not to see avajjana and pachavekkana. Only you enter into jhana and make aditthana and emerge from the jhana. Those three only for the novices. And then if you practice this for 2 hour, 3 hour masteries, then only you can understand, you can see your avajjana and pachavekkana vasibhava also. So therefore, in this way, you if you practice first hour mastery and second hour mastery and third hour mastery, like, then your first jhana is finished. And if you, what is the mastery or the vasibhava? Whenever time, whatever the time, whatever the place, and how time duration, what time duration, if you enter into jhana, if you are skillful to the enter into jhana, and if you if you are skillful to the emerging from the jhana, that is the vasibhava. So then let's say, like, may I enter into anapana first jhana for 2 hours and emerge from anapana first jhana after 2 hours. Like, if you make aditthana, then after 2 hours, if you focus your object very perfectly, then sorry, then this is the vasibhava. These 3 vasibhava is complete here. 3 vasibhava means samapajjana, aditthana, and buddhana. So then thereafter you focus your jhana factor. Whenever you see first jhana, at the beginning, if you see the all jhana factor, this is the avajjana, and thereafter, if you see the jhana factor, this is the pachavekkana. So keep in mind in this way up to now, and then we can discuss this thing. I mean, what are the chittaviti and these things, I can tell you another lecture. So now, if you practice this vasibhava or the mastery, 5 mastery, your first jhana doesn't destroy forever. Otherwise, jhana will fall. If you didn't do the vasibhava, jhana will fall down. Okay, up to first jhana, I explain today, and then sometimes you cannot understand how to go to the second jhana, because this is now we have many things to do. So for example, you need to focus your bhavanga mind, and you need to discern your 5 jhana factors, and you need to practice the vasibhava and enter into jhana, emerging from the jhana. Like those are very I think deep thing to the listeners. But if you practice this meditation, those are not so difficult. Okay, today we finish up to the first jhana, and another day I will discuss about how to go to second jhana, and how to go to third jhana, and how to go to fourth jhana. Now let's discuss if you have any question. Do you have any question? Yeah.
Upasak Nana Swamiji, please go ahead with your question.
Yes, hello, Vandami Bhante. I have asked in the chat about the nimitta. Does it have a specific location where it arises normally?
Okay. This nimitta usually arises in the touch point. This touch point also, for the person to person touch point, is different. So for example, if the for the if your nose is very long mean, usually for the South Asian people, nose is long, no? And again, European people also, American people also nose long, but in this especially in Myanmar and the other countries, this is the southeast, no? Southeast area. The nose is short, so therefore, usually for the if you have long nose, usually your in-breath touch point is in the nostril, and if you have short nose, your touch point is over the upper lip. And sometimes, for example, if you are in breath and out breath and touch point is in the nostril, your nimitta, parikamma, uggaha, and other patibhaga nimitta is in the nostril, inside the nostril, or the on the nostril. If the nose is very short, then your nimitta may be in the upper lip. In this way, you can understand. But again, you want to see this thing. You want to understand this thing. Sometimes, according to your sanya or the perception, though nimitta is in the upper lip or the what is called the nostril, sometimes, according to your perception, you can understand that your nimitta is in front of your forehead, like your nimitta is in front of your on the top of the nose, like. So in this way also can. But the thing is, whenever you can maintain your mindfulness, you can see your nimitta is close to the touch point. Can understand?
Yes, Bhante. Actually, that second one you were saying about being almost at the forehead, that is more my case because I was discussing this with someone also from the Baok tradition. She's a Siale, has been meditating there for many years. So she told me it's possible for the nimitta to get stuck in the head. I don't know about your take on this, but she said like you have to try to meditate not exactly on the touch point, but a little bit even further, so the nimitta will go down in that direction. Because she said, as she said to me, my nimitta is stuck inside the head. I don't know your take on this.
Actually, nimitta doesn't tuck in this head. This is the sanya. This is your perception. According to your perception, actually nimitta is in the touch point. Usually nimitta in the touch point, but your perception now, your mind says, your panyindriya or the wisdom faculty says, sanya, especially the sanya says nimitta is in the forehead. But again, I want to tell this thing. Sometimes not sometimes, nimitta emits light. Nimitta also a light. Nimitta emits light. For example, the sun is also light. Sun emits light. Sun disperses light. No. So in the same way, some meditators, they cannot understand what is the light and what is the nimitta. And in your case also, maybe that thing. For example, you can understand that your light is in front of your head, in forehead. No, you told forehead. Is that correct?
Yeah, like you can say the third eye, that point there between the eyebrow, almost. I feel it is there.
Okay. There. So therefore, that means the light emits by the nimitta also see in this way. Be very careful, and you focus your breath, and you can understand the nimitta is close to the nostril, and it emits light. That light, if your sanya or the perception says that light. That light is you focus that light, that is not the nimitta. Then whenever you focus your breath, in breath and out breath touch point, then only you can understand I am seeing in the as third eye as a nimitta or the light emits from the nimitta. You want to differentiate this thing. Can understand, Mr. Upasaka?
Yes, but there's another situation that happens with me where the nimitta comes between the, like before the breath. It doesn't join with the breath. It's like between my sort of perception and the breath, and and then it's hard to focus on the breath. It gets like in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, I told this unification. That's why this unification is more and more important. So if you can understand the unification of the nimitta and the breath is very clearly, and you are you have no any doubt. So again, whenever you see the light in forehead as the third eye, as you said, you see or you investigate while focusing the breath. You investigate there is a light, and is there any unification of this light and the nimitta? Can understand in this way?
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah,
I understand.
that must be done. Otherwise, usually whenever you focus your breath, then the all the lights in front of you comes to close to the breath. Usual thing, it will happen in usually. So whenever you focus your breath, that light also comes down. That is also a possibility, right?
Yes, okay, Bhante. Thank you.
Okay. Any question again?
Bhante, in
Yeah.
Sabbakaya Patisamvedi, when we see the whole breath body,
Yes.
then our mind should be at one point, touching point, or we should follow with breath?
Actually, your mind, you must keep in the touch point, and I mean mindfulness. You follow the object with the mindfulness on the touch point, and from the touch point you can understand your breath. In breath comes from the touch point, and from the beginning up to the end, and out breath also from the touch point, from the beginning up to the end. You don't need to follow the breath up to the throat and the chest or the abdomen. You don't need to follow like that, or even to the outside of the nostril. You don't need to follow.
No, inside nostril, the
Yeah.
length of the breath should I know, or I should sit on one point only?
Yes, on one point only. Yeah, on one point, right? Usually the touch point. Can understand?
Yes, Bhante.
Would you like to attain jhana?
Oh, I've been trying to attain jhana since 2015, Bhante. I would love to attain jhana already.
Okay.
I've been working very hard, but having a lot of obstacles.
How many hours you meditate?
Well, nowadays, because I'm also trying to study Pali, so I would say about 4 hours a day, including sitting and walking.
Actually, if you have time, sitting meditation is the best. Walking meditation gives little results, and sitting meditation gives you the maximum results on the anapana or whatever the meditation, whatever the sitting meditation. I would recommend sitting meditation for you at the moment. Okay, meditate in this way. Good. Okay. So then next day we will discuss about Sankhita Sutta. Sankhita Sutta, because Sankhita Sutta, that is in Anguttara Nikaya. Why I am taking this sutta? In this sutta, Buddha asked to the bhikkhu, don't depend on the preliminary concentration and go up to jhana concentration. That's the thing. So therefore, I know for the many people who depend on the preliminary concentration and find the nibbana. So never can. Therefore, I chose this sutta. This sutta says Buddha to that bhikkhu, don't depend on the preliminary concentration. Okay. So this sutta is, you write down, this sutta is in what is called, this sutta is in Anguttara Nikaya, Attaka Nipata. Please write down Attaka Nipata and Anguttara Nikaya Attaka Nipata Buhumi Chala Vagga. Yeah, Buhumi Chala Vagga. That is in Bhumi Chalavagga you have Sankitta Sutta, because many Sankitta Sutta we have in Tipitaka. This Sankitta Sutta, I mean Anguttara Nikaya 8 Nipata. Okay, now no question. So then next day we will do this thing, this sutta, and let's stop today. Okay, sharing merits. Idame punyang asavakhaya vang hotu. Idame punyang nibbana pacceo hotu. Mama punyang bhagang sabbe sattanam bhajemi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bhagang labhantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.